astronauts get to the International Space Station on the launch vehicle and the crew apparatus, the Soyuz. We fly out of Baikonur, Kazakhstan, and we train in Russia. Well, it starts off that way, but it's just like going to another country and your circadian rhythm is off a little bit. But once you see it a few times and you get used to it, you get in a much more normal routine. So I've been here about 5 weeks now, and it's been, I have a very normal day, even though I see the sun come up and go down 16 to 18 times. Performing an EVA is really special. You open the hatch and you go out, and it's different. All you can see is the Earth, and you feel like you're falling towards the Earth. And it's really a beautiful sight to see when you're outside of the International Space Station. Over. Well, the space station was designed a long time ago, but fortunately we've had a lot of upgrades. We can contact our families via a telephone when the conditions are right. We can have connectivity through the satellites or through email, and with the same requirements. We have to connect through the satellites and downlink to Earth. Hi, Leslie. I was just looking at the stars an orbit ago, and they are absolutely beautiful. They look just like they do from the Earth, except you can sometimes see a little bit of Earth in the background, and you can see the city lights as well. And sometimes you have a hard time telling if it's a city or if it's a star, so you have to look really close. Over. Well, the transition to microgravity came fairly easy for me. It was really neat. It's like being in a pool underwater and you're just floating. Every once in a while you feel like you're falling, but you're not. So it's kind of weird. But after a couple of days, it's very easy to get along. Over. Well, we've grown a few different types of plants. Right now we're just growing plants like clover and weeds, just to see how they germinate and how the roots grow in different solutions. But they have grown lettuce, and the folks up here, the astronauts and cosmonauts, have had little bits and pieces of the lettuce that they grew here. Over. Well, when I grew up, I watched Neil Armstrong walk on the moon. I liked exciting things, and I had a thirst for adventure. So that's what inspired me to become interested in math and science, and then an astronaut. Over. Well, at any given time, there are 200 to 250 experiments on the board the space station. Right now, we're working spheres, which involves these small satellites that practice doing robotic motions and flying formation with each other. I've been working a plants experiment where we try to grow plants and get seeds to germinate. Also working some fluids research as well as some combustion research. Over. Well, we have a system that takes water and it breaks it down into oxygen and hydrogen, and we vent the hydrogen overboard and we keep the oxygen. Over. I've not had any cravings yet, but if I did, it would probably be pizza. Over. Here on the space station, we have just a lot of time to do work. So we spend a lot of time, of our free time, and trying to sleep. But every once in a while, we all get together and we enjoy dinner together, and sometimes we watch a movie together. Over. We have to work out for 2 to 2.5 hours every day. We have to lift weights and we have to do aerobic. So we either run on a treadmill or we ride on a bicycle. Those machines help us stay in shape, but it's very important so that we can maintain a good our bones in a healthy condition while we're in space. Over. Well, my perspective is from a really far high, really high altitude, and you can see a lot of weather. You can see a hurricane, and then you can see what's on the other side of the hurricane. And this morning we flew over a cyclone towards the Far East, and you could see that it was clear just before it and just after it. So it's really neat. You really get to see a really good big picture from space. Over. Hi, Leslie. Yes, I am very hopeful that astronauts will return to the moon. We're in the systems that will hopefully make it happen. I hope we can do it before I get too old. I really want to be part of that. Over. My stay on ISS will be for approximately 6 months, and I've been here for a month and a half, so I have about 4.5 months to go. Over. We store the trash, and one of our vehicles that returns to Earth takes it home. 2 out of the 3 types of vehicles don't land on Earth. They burn up in the atmosphere, and so our trash burns up as well. Over. Hi, Alexander. Yes, it is very comfortable because on Earth you have to have a mattress and a pillow because that makes it soft for you to sleep on. But if you're just floating in the middle of space, you don't have to put your head down or anything. It's just very comfortable, very relaxing. Over. That's a good question. We have a lot of training. Well, right now we're lucky because we have a medical doctor as an astronaut on board with Noshige Kanai from Japan. But we've all had a lot of medical training, and we're all prepared to help each other out when we need it. Over. Yep, I think we have time for one more question. Well, my advice is to study hard and to be interested. Do your homework and do well. Find something you like to work in and do it really well, and don't ever give up. You can make it happen.